Hello, this presentation is about Vladimir Lenin. My name is Lindsay Sarathe. The class is Introduction to Government 307, Professor Chris Lee. I will get started on the first slide. A little bit about Vladimir Lenin's childhood, background, and facts. Vladimir Lenin's father was an inspector for provincial schools, earning his way eventually to the title of nobleman. Lenin's mother was the daughter of a doctor. He was born, the third of six children, into a middle-class family on April 10, 1870, in a town in central Russia called Simbirsk, on the Volga River to Leah Nikolaevich Ulyanov and Maria Alexandra Blank. Lenin grew up in a comfortable but not wealthy home. He was a brilliant, active, bossy, and an energetic child. In 1887, Vladimir Lenin graduated high school first in his class, earning him praise and awards for his excellence as a student. He desired a career as a lawyer and enrolled in law school. Lenin attended law school at Kazan University, but was expelled because of his radical policies and influence in revolutionary protests. Despite being expelled, Lenin obtained his law degree in 1891. After obtaining his law degree, Lenin became a professional revolutionary, forever changing politics as one of the most influential political reformers. Lenin was educated, intelligent, and radical in his views, and he was also a fan of German philosopher Karl Marx, making him a Marxist. Lenin moved to St. Petersburg, Russia after achieving his law degree. Marxism-Leninism, created by Vladimir Lenin, was a fusion of ideas influenced by Karl Marx and Lenin's ideology. Marxism-Leninism is a form of state socialism that sought to turn a capitalist state into a Marxist state. Lenin's views were shaped by two traumatic events that happened in his life that influenced him to lead a revolution. First, Lenin's father was threatened with early retirement by leaders in the government of Russia who feared the spread of public education. Second, his brother Alexander, a bright student at the University of St. Petersburg, was tragically hanged for plotting to assassinate the Russian Tsar. This encouraged Lenin to travel to St. Petersburg, where he fought for the rights of the proletariat. He participated in unions, as well as movements to advance the rights of the working class. Lenin forever influenced politics with his oratory, writings, and ideas. Lenin is a controversial and influential political figure because of his use of violence to obtain power and overthrow capitalism. Establishing a dictatorship proletariat was a goal of Vladimir Lenin. Lenin was the leader of the radical socialist Bolshevik Party, which was later renamed the Communist Party. Lenin used ruthlessness, violence with a desire for power and control. He supported a violent overthrow of capitalism to create a communist society. Lenin quotes, "We need the real nationwide terror which reinvigorates the country and through which the great French Revolution achieved glory." He was a follower of Karl Marx and created Leninism, which is Lenin's innovative vision combined with Marxism. He was influenced by his work Das Kapital. Lenin's views are dominantly shaped by Marxism. Marxism-Leninism is now the basis for communism and many parties. Lenin was born a leader that devoted his life to advocating for a revolution that would change Russia forever and lead to the establishment of communism. Lenin had tremendous influence in communism. He was the leader of the Bolshevik Revolution, which led the revolt against Russia's then established government. During the Bolshevik Revolt, St. Petersburg was invaded and Lenin established a new form of government, which was his goal all along. His education, participation in revolts, movements, unions, and influence of Marxism and his political ideology shaped his influence in politics. As a result of the Bolshevik Revolution, Russia was renamed the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or USSR. My opinions on whether Lenin's concepts of communism have place in society is negative. I believe that communism will never be the form of government in our country because we are founded on the ideals of individuality, freedom, equality, and justice for all. Voting for a communist country eliminates people's rights to property, such as homes, businesses, and gives the government ultimately more power and control over their lives. Also, I believe that Americans don't vote for a communist country because they are too traumatized from the violence that has erupted as a result of fighting for communism. The Russian Revolution, led by Vladimir Lenin, is an example of a violent revolution that ended the rule of the leaders in power and resulted in the creation of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. America does not support or vote for violence. For example, Trump is a corrupt leader that incited a violent mob to attempt to overthrow our government. In my opinion, Trump is a madman that should never have been voted into power. As a result of his corruption and racist policies, perpetuated violence, Americans lived in fear and felt sorrow over their once free country. Voting for communism goes against what America stands for.